is going to be episode 1 of C&S Archery's Tip of the Week. So what we're going to do today is just go real quick over basics on the strings. Okay, your strings determine everything about this bow. Your axle length, brace height, the timing between the two cams. The axle length on this bow, straight from the factory, is 31¼ inches. That's 31¼ So we know we're good string wise and all this. Another one to check. Brace height on this particular model is 6 inches. That is 6 inches, right on the money. So you know you're good also. Another way to check it, and it doesn't hurt to do all three, is right now we know that everything is right. Come right in here inside of your limb and on your cam. Mark right here on this, and do on the top limb, on the top cam. Doesn't do any good. Don't worry about marking your cam or your idler wheel on a single cam. But what that mark's going to do is any length change in this cable, you're going to see it very quickly. A very small move right here is going to be big, or on your string. So once you got everything set, you know it's right, mark those, and that'll let you know quickly if anything's wrong. If you start to see fuzz, like it's got a little, not necessarily whiskers, but fuzz on it, at the very least it needs to be waxed. So you keep your string waxed anywhere that there's no serving. It doesn't hurt to wax the actual serving on the string. And if you would, right here, what I'm talking about on serving is anything that's wrapped, okay? And that wrapping is on there strictly for padding, so that your actual strands of the string don't get damaged by your knock, rolling on the cam, slapping, whatever. That's there for padding. Wax anywhere that you can see the strands. Wax it really, really good. We use just wax, bowstring wax, cheap stuff, and just rub it on, cake it on there. Take your piece of leather and just work it back and forth, build a little heat, and it will make that string look like brand new underneath it. Just wax it up. Every year somebody's going to come in and show us a string that looks like this, and their first question is, do you think it'll make the season? And our usual answer is it might, but it might not. But the big question is, why would you want to chance it? It'd be like standing in the doorway of an airplane wondering if your parachute cords are going to hold. That's your lifeline. Why risk it? I mean, even if you're hunting in your backyard doing some urban hunting, it's still gonna, if it breaks, it's still gonna cost you a hunt. There's really not any way to know when a string's gonna break. You're looking for wear, here, and this is more along the lines of what I was talking about with the serving. That serving is doing exactly what it's designed to do. This I would not worry about. This bow's in here to get strings on it. That's a good call. I'd change that. Every single cam bow I've ever seen wears the serving right here. And as long as it's just the wear in the serving, this one's actually not real bad. We have them come in, it's got spacing, and it looks a lot worse than this. Not a big deal, because we can, if it looks bad, we can take it off, reserve it, check to make sure no string damage below it. But this type of wear on a single cam bow, don't worry about it. Another thing, more important than waxing, more important than anything you do for string, is your broadheads do not get along very well with string. If you got it laying in your lap, in your stand, keep that broadhead away from your strings. If you keep your bow in a bow case and it's got those neat little slots to slide your arrows inside that bow case, do not put them in there with broadhead in there. I don't know if there's little gremlins that in your case they're going to pull that broadhead down, and when you lay that sucker on that string, it's going to go boom, and your hunt is now toast. Okay, so you now have a nice trot line weight. All right, now if you've done this to your string, you're out of luck. All right, so keep your broadheads away from your string. Okay. Well, I think we covered the basics on strings, and you know, if you're bottom line, if you're worried about your strings, if you think they might be worn out, if they're over two years old, if you don't shoot it a whole lot, you know, if you're worried about it, change them. And the thing is, if they're still in good shape, change them out now. Keep the old ones for a spare, because if you're out in the middle of nowhere and bust a string for whatever reason, those spare strings will be priceless. So thanks, and next week our topic will be cold fusion.